Earlier, we spoke to renowned war historian Tom Cooper, who delivered a scathing critique of Pakistan and its defense forces, raising serious concerns about Pakistan's preparedness and military resilience. Now, Cooper went on to question the country's capability to protect its strategic nuclear installations. Listen in.
Well, that depends. You know, if there would be if this conflict would be continued, if New Delhi would feel provoked by Pakistani behavior, whatever action, to continue this operation, it would restrike the Pakistani air defense system, whatever was left of the same. Then it would seek to destroy whatever is left of the Pakistani Air Force or debilitate it to the level where it is no factor anymore. While right now Pakistani Air Force is still there, at least some 80% of it. And then it would start striking Pakistani ground forces along the border, along the line of control in Kashmir. And at that point in time, Pakistan would be really in trouble, because there would be a question for how long could these ground forces survive being pummeled and pounded day after day by dozens, perhaps hundreds and more of Indian bombs, missiles, rockets, and so on. So beyond that, it is very hard to predict, but that is most likely flow of developments in the case fighting restarts. But if you ask for further in the future, that is hard to predict. But I assess that Pakistan, because it is bankrupt, because it lacks the money for even more sophisticated weaponry, and unless Qatar agrees to finance a rearmament, the purchase of replacement armament from China, for example, and Turkey, that Pakistan is going to go, I call this the Russian way, which means trying to find ways to make cheap weapons that have a major impact. After all the years, now in the year 2025, India has developed this integrated air defense system, which is highly functional, and what is particularly, very, very unusual, is that this integrated air defense system of the Indian Air Force is incorporating the army, which means ground forces, which means that ground forces are as well informed about the radar picture, so to say, what is flying around, as the Air Force is. This is something not even the Americans have managed so far. When you talk with their US Army officers, they are still talking about integrating their own air defense system, and then talking about integrating this with the system of their Air Force. So India has managed something unique, and that with its own, from its own powers.